Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Samhain episode.
Greetings, Earthlings.
We're coming at you from the other side. We went ahead and crossed over because the veil is so thin.
I got this cool sweatshirt, and my plant died from being in darkness. This is life on the other side.
And that's the intro. Let's go. All right. So, this is Sam coming at you in her cute new witch hat that she got this weekend, handmade by the lovely Ashland. I don't know their Instagram at, but if I find it out, I'll tag it.
It's the cutest little hat.
It's so cute. I'm trying to make it cute for the
I just realized that you had it over
viewers.
your headphones too. That's so awesome.
I'm trying to make it look cute, but it is over my headphones. But and I have pink hair, so it's like a whole new thing. Verity must be the season of the witch.
Manic pixie witch girl.
Here we go. And I got my Hecate necklace on, so we're like in the witchiness right now. Tastes good.
I have 2 outdated drivers.
Oh, here we go. Okay. It's because you crossed over on the other side. But I'm Sam.
And I'm Hayley. And this is the plus size section.
The plus size section. All right. This episode, we are talking about Samhain or Samhain or Samhain for those that are trying to pronounce it as it is spelled. I think we're going to release this on Halloween, right? On All Hallows Eve. I would assume so, right? Yes.
Are we?
Okay, you? I don't know. We'll see when you guys hear this.
I thought we were doing this episode and a Halloween episode, but we're gonna have to put something out next week.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys, who knows when you'll hear this? You will hear it though.
You will hear it in October.
Yeah.
At some point.
At some point. Who knows? It's a mystery. I don't know. But before we don't know what we're doing. Clearly amateurs. Amateurs with a hot guest coming soon. With a hot guest coming soon, everyone. Get ready.
I don't think y'all are prepared.
I don't think they're ready.
We're not even prepared. We're not prepared. We're still in the phase of we're going to be bumbling fools, and I will sit here just like mute.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
Pants will be shitted.
Yeah.
I do know that much.
I'll wear my diaper. All right. So it's been like 2 weeks since we filmed. Yeah. Which means you should have some good highs and lows to share with everyone before we get into the spooky nitty gritty of Samhain. So looking at you, gorgeous Hayley, looking at you.
Thank you. I do actually have some. And I forgot them. Okay. My highs. I whooped my husband's ass at Iron Maiden Pinball over the weekend. A cool 90 million to his 17 or 19 million. I don't know. I came to play, and then I had a singular cider and got drunk and sleepy and lost my edge. But I came out strong. So I'm taking that.
Strong. Yeah.
And I get to attend the Adobe Max conference tomorrow and Wednesday virtually.
Ooh.
I'm sad I can't go to LA and see it in person, but yeah, my job doesn't do that anymore. Yeah. So at least I get to see it virtually from the comfort of my couch. I'm excited to learn.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
You're playing a pinball tournament?
Oh yeah, my husband and I are playing this Saturday. So it will have already passed by the time this episode comes out, but October 14th, it's my first big tournament. I have to play against boys. I am afraid.
You're
Even though
gonna
I've
crush
played
it.
against. Well, yeah, I'll crush it. Let's see. Any other highs? Like, things haven't been that bad recently, so I've been feeling less depressed. I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
Is it Lowe's time yet?
If you want it to be, yeah.
Okay. My back hurts. That's pretty much the biggest one. Kind of a usual, but I am annoyed. And it's cold, but I kind of like that it's colder.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's the nice level of cold here where you can wear like a t-shirt and jeans and you don't get sweaty or freeze. It's the dream.
The dream. Yeah, that's definitely a high, not a low.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Thanks.
Awesome.
And you go, witchy woman.
Oh my gosh. I've had so many highs. Like, I'm kind of like, wow, things are good. I got my nose double pierced. I know it's hard to see. They're small, but boom, 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 boom. I shouldn't be touching them. Boom, boom, boom.
No, you really shouldn't.
Shouldn't be touching them. It doesn't hurt finally anymore.
Good.
Got my hair done. Looks so cute. It's a pink baby. I got a new tattoo. This one.
Oh.
I didn't show it to you. Yeah, this one.
No, I knew you got it was at the flash cancellation?
Yeah, so like,
yeah,
I had this scheduled. It was one of its, Lauren's an artist on Instagram. I work with her. She's amazing. Her books are closed all the time, you know. But, because I work at the shop, I was like, can I get one of your flashes? You know? And she was like, yeah. So she was actually going to come in on like one of her days off. But it turns out she had a cancellation. So I slid on in there and I was like, hey, why don't we just do mine early so you can make some money today? And she was like, okay. So it's a gap filler because I had like this whole area. Like she did my broom last year. This was one of her flashes. And then I wanted a gap filler here. I'm pointing in my arm, everybody. Those that are just listening, I got a rose with spider webs on it, like a wilted rose.
Ooh.
With spider webs on it. So I love it. So I got piercings. I got a new tattoo. I celebrated my birthday, which was awesome. We had our Halloween market, which was amazing. I did so many readings. I was so happy about it. We all dressed up as wrestlers, as you saw. Like, I got to be Andre the Giant, and it was disgustingly funny.
It was so good. So I love it.
The nipple was very popular. I wasn't aware of how popular a man nipple would be. But everyone was like, I really like your nipple. And every time I was like, what? Because like, it just felt like a t-shirt to me. So I'm like, what the hell? And then it's like, oh no, my like hairy chested man nipple is just like out.
Always in the shot.
Just always in the shot. Yeah. Just like, boom, nipple.
When you were snapping me, it was just nipple, like front and center.
It was so bad. We put a pasty on my nipple with a tassel. And then at the end of the day, it did fall off, but I was just like tasseling, like shimmying my tassel around. Amazing. But these past 2 weeks have been amazing. I'm trying to think of a low. I think a low would be therapy was hard last week. I think we both had hard weeks with therapy.
Yeah.
I'm going to count that as a low just because like therapy's hard, healing's hard. And my friends are moving away, which yesterday was the last day I saw them. That I'm going to see them for a really long time. They're moving like across the United States. I don't know where Minnesota is, but to my brain, it's really far and on the other side of the states.
It's a long way from Georgia.
From Georgia, right? I think Brian said like 16 hours. That's a long way.
Yeah.
I was doing so good, and then like I went to like leave, and like they gave me some of their decor items, which I love. And like I could feel my inner child. Like I was like, "You're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine." And then like I was just hugging them, and I was like, I started crying, like really, like you know when you like ugly cry, like you know like a normal cry is like fine, you know, a couple tears, but you're fine. You're like holding it together. And then, like, I guess my inner child was like, came out, and I was like, you're my only in-person friends. Like, I'm gonna, like,
that.
she was so devastated and just, like, cried so hard. And I was like, all right, I gotta go. Like, I'm, like, not being cute right now. I gotta go cry in my car. Just because they're right, the rooms.
I can't. I'm not cute now. I must leave.
I must leave. Yeah, like, I must. Don't look at me. So that was a low, but we're gonna FaceTime and stuff, and they're like Zoom date people, so hopefully, like, we'll do Zoom dates and stuff.
Yeah.
But
They'll make it
overall,
work.
though, it's been good. Yeah.
It's always sad when someone moves away.
I know. It's just so hard to make friends as an adult, especially since I got sober. I lost all my friends. Like,
yeah,
literally, I lost all of my in-person friends. So,
yeah,
I have friends at the shop now, but, you know,
it's still like it's different, even though it feels like you're hanging out with them.
Yeah, it's different.
Every day.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I have one friend that I don't work with that lives here. All my other friends live everywhere else.
Right.
It's sad.
Same. It's sad, dude. It's sad.
Yeah.
So sad. So that was definitely a low. But if anything, it's just a kick in the butt to go make more witchy friends. I met a lot of really cool people at the fair. One that was like, you know when you meet someone and you're like, oh, like, you're, like, super cool? Like, this girl is so cool, Hayley. Like, like split dyed hair cool. And, like, does, like, mouth jewelry, like, mouth gems. Like, she's, like, really cool.
Like, gems, like, in her teeth?
Yeah, like, that's what she does. She, like, you know how, like,
oh, okay.
you do the, like, the cool jewelry for your teeth? She does that, and she's, like, really cool. And, like, she messaged me on Instagram a couple times, because, like, she's friends with people at the shop, and, like, I was like, oh, cute, you know? And then we met in person, and we found out we live near each other, and she was like, hey, let's hang out. And I was like,
there you go.
With me? Like, what do you mean? You want to hang out with me? So,
oh my god,
that's a lot, but I'm excited.
That is exciting.
I'll keep everyone updated. I hope she doesn't listen to this podcast.
It sounds like you're going on a date, honestly.
It feels like a friend date. You know how
it does.
Who was it? On the Judgies. Erica. Remember she had Bumble, but it was for date. It was for, like, friends.
Yeah, I met one of my bridesmaids with that. Yeah. See,
like, so it feels kind of like a date. Like, oh my god, are we gonna click? Like, will they accept my autism as a quirky thing and not a weird thing? You know?
Yeah.
You never know. You know?
Right. I get that feeling though. Like, whenever you meet someone like that and they actually reciprocate, like, liking you, and it's like, wait a minute.
Right.
You think I'm cool?
Right.
When you look like that?
Right. Right. It was okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a good life update for everyone. Thank you if you're still listening. We are about to get to the main core meat of the episode.
Do you have anything else? Give these people more credit.
Right, I do. I just, in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're probably so bored. But also, like, every single podcast with hosts, like, they talk.
Yeah.
About, you know what I mean? Like, this is our podcast, so we should be able to share our lives. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, we're going to share.
We're going to share. I mean, we have both shared almost too much, but we are going to share.
I will continue to toe that line.
Yeah.
And sometimes crossover.
I
like
love
when
it.
I said I'll show whole.
Yes. I'm still waiting for that. I like that a lot. I love it.
I don't remember what standard I set to do that, but I'm pretty sure we're not there yet. Yet. I thought of another high.
Oh my god,
yes. We crossed over 4,000 streams, like, last week.
Yes, I saw that.
Fucking sick.
What?
Sorry for all the noise.
No, I love it. Yes, we did. That was insane. That was crazy.
It's getting faster.
It's getting faster. Well, we're both posting a lot, but you're posting. I was posting every day, and then I kind of fell off towards my birthday, but I'm still trying to post every day. You're posting a lot on TikTok, so the people that are vibing with us are really showing up, and I'm excited about it. Yeah.
We're closing in on 600 followers on TikTok.
Oh my gosh, remember when we had 10?
Remember we had 3 and 2 of them were us?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god. What is it? 1,000 and we can go live?
Right.
Get us there, people.
Get us there, people. Well, I thought about it too. I love when people go live together.
Mm-hmm.
So you and I, until we hit 1,000, we should just go live together when we're scared to go live. We should just do it together. It's so much less scary if it's just you and I hanging out.
I thought that we couldn't go live until we had 1,000 followers.
I mean, on the plus side section, but on our other accounts, we could totally go live together.
Oh,
to like boost our own
totally
accounts.
Could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Could. Shout out. You might see that. guys. Watch out for that.
Look at your good ideas. You got on the magic hat.
Here we go. God. And I can't. Oh, hopefully you'll be able to meet Ashley and you would be obsessed with her. She's living the dream that, I mean, I also kind of lived the same life, but like her husband, like she's just a cute little witch in the woods and she crafts all day and her husband's like, oh, I want you to focus on your art. Like I got it, so just
the literal dream, just rubbing my face in it.
She's so precious. Like this was her first like market. You guys would have loved her stuff. She made this cute little hat. She had other really cute stuff. The witches that get it. They would love the vibes. We also had, I want to show you, we had a bug dealer there. So he was the sweetest bean in the entire world. Okay. And I wanted to show everyone what I got.
I knew it was going to be that.
Yes.
I knew before you pulled it out. That's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? Everyone, this is a lunar moth. Yeah, Luna moth. It's a male is what I'm showing on the screen, those that are listening. And it's absolutely amazing. It's a North American Luna moth male. Gorgeous. And gorgeous. I wanted to show you.
That's something that like I think that level of like craftsmanship is really admirable because obviously the bugs are super fragile.
Yeah.
Like I would demolish so many rare bugs trying to get them to lay right.
Right?
That's absolutely beautiful.
It was so beautiful. And he was so sweet and so kind. And everyone absolutely all the vendors were amazing. We had my friend that's a palm reader that was there. She was precious. Everyone loved her. All the artists, like the tattoo artists, they had their own merch. I bought some of Lauren's merch. Look at this. Ooh. I'm holding up a painted, it's like a pumpkin with mushrooms. Those are just listening. I'm showing off my goodies to Hayley.
Sparkles and leaves.
So
I love that.
So cute. I'm gonna put it on my gallery wall.
Little Amanitas.
Yeah, right. Is that what it is?
I think it's Amanita. Yeah. Okay. That's the one. It's kind of poisonous, but it's also a little trippy shroom.
Yeah.
But it's always that's always the one that they show like whenever they're drawing mushrooms. It's like that.
Yeah.
They're so pretty.
You're so smart. My God.
Cute. Okay. I'm another high, people.
I mean, of course, you know I'm your biggest fan. You're my co-host. Like, hello.
You're right.
All right. Ditto. So, right. It's been fun. I literally like my palm reader friend, like she English is her second language, and it's so funny because like she came and she's so sweet and she's just a small human. She's very small and petite. And, everyone in there was just being really nice to her. But I joked, I was like, hey, is everyone being nice? And she was like, oh, yeah, everyone's being very nice. And I was like, if they're not nice, let me know and I'll beat them up. As like a joke. And her face was like, no violence. Like, don't beat them up. And I'm like, baby, I'm kidding. I love you. I'm kidding. It's fine. It's just a joke. I'm actually not going to assault anybody. I just want to make sure you're comfortable. And she was like, oh, yeah, I'm comfortable. It's fine. I'm like, okay. I just want to make sure because I know that this is a different crowd than you're used to because she does other fairs, at the old shop. So I just wanted to make sure that she was comfortable. It's kind of a different crowd. So, but she had a good time.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. Precious. Are we ready to get into the Samhain part of the episode?
I believe we are. Let me unlock my phone. I took a screenshot of the outline.
Perfect. Okay, so hello everyone. We are going to talk about Samhain because it's my personal favorite holiday ever. You may know it as Halloween or All Hallows Eve. You may have, if you know witches or Wiccans, you may be like, oh, it's the weird Samhain day, you know.
Samhain.
But Samhain, but it is Samhain or Saywin. It just depends on like where you're from and how you have pronounced it. I probably already butchered it the other way because I just know it as Samhain. So I have a lot of books on Samhain, but I didn't want to quote them because they are made by people, like individuals mostly. And I was like, okay, if I'm gonna give like resources or references, I want to do it from like a website that maybe people could easily access. And I don't know, I hope these people researched it. So I did it from worldhistory.org slash Samhain, which is Samhain. That way, if you were curious, you could go look it up as well. I know that there's a lot of libraries online that also have resources on it as well. They do tend to lean more heavily into the Wiccan tradition of, like the Wiccan adaptation of Samhain. But either way, it was a festival before Wicca adopted it, okay? So Samhain is a Celtic holiday. It is celebrated in Ireland, Wales, parts of Europe, and I feel like parts of Europe. I don't know why that was in there, but I just want to say it. And then Scotland as well. So it is October 31st, sundown on October 31st to sun up on November 1st. So it is a fire festival. The Celtic people have multiple fire festivals throughout the calendar year, and Samhain marks the halfway point. So it is the end of summer and the harvest and the beginning of winter. So for me, it is my new year, baby. It's the new year. Like, I don't know why. I feel like other practitioners do it the new year as well. It's just, it's known as like when the veil is the thinnest. That one, you know, that's like a more folklore-y tradition of the veil is the thinnest then. Um, and it's just because the Celtic folk, they have their own traditions that involve like fae and fairies, as others would call them. And Samhain is when they would be able to like cross over, and when your ancestors are able to cross over, right? Other people, other traditions have ancestor crossover folklore as well around this time, but I am not going to get into that because I'm not educated enough to even begin to discuss it. So, and I don't practice, I'm not part of that tradition. So I encourage you to look up traditions that, you know, are such as like the Day of the Dead and stuff like that. Falls
I think
around
that's
this.
actually a different day.
I know. I was gonna say it just falls around the same time. It's not the same
True.
day. It does, but it involves the same, like the veil is the thinnest, your ancestors coming through, stuff like that. So if people were to
True.
search like Samhain, they may see stuff about the Day of the Dead. And I don't want them to like confuse the two. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this is Samhain is stems from Celtic roots, where the Day of the Dead stems from other roots that I have not researched, so I'm not gonna say I know where it's from.
Right.
Literally the only thing I've ever seen about it was Coco, and I was like, like
Such a good movie.
I couldn't, like I couldn't handle it, so I'm not gonna even try to begin to start.
Jax loves
So
that
yeah.
movie too.
Yeah.
He cries when he watches it. It's so sweet.
I would be worried if someone didn't cry. That's the psycho test. Like, are you a sociopath? Watch Coco. If you don't cry, maybe. Hayley.
Well,
are you trying to tell me you did not cry during Coco?
To be fair, I came home from work the first time he was watching it. I came home like with half an hour of it left, and I had no idea what was going on.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
okay.
I have not watched it since.
Okay. You could have passed.
I did watch
then.
Soul, and I bawled like a baby on that one. So maybe that's some redemption.
Yeah, that's some redemption, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
You know that I am way too emotional to be any kind of a path other
Oh my
than
God.
an empath.
That's so true. That's so true. So let's talk about some traditions. There's also, I don't know. Okay, wait. I have some, one moment. Everyone stay with me. Bop, 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 bop. I wanted to talk about, there was something that was really cool that I wanted to, um, so basically, like, a really cool, like, mythology around Samhain is that there's a portal that opens, and Fae are able to come into our world, and we can also go into their world. So that's really cool. I personally, if given the opportunity, I would not go, but I think that's a cool little legend.
Yeah.
And then history.com, which I don't know how much I trust history, to be honest, .com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just because the mermaid incident, like, that ruined my mother, and she really thought the mermaid. Do you remember the mermaid documentary that History Channel came out with years ago?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna take a side tangent, everyone. Welcome. Okay, so the History Channel came out with, like, a mermaid documentary that basically it it made everyone believe that mermaids were real. Those that didn't realize it was, like, not, it was like fiction. Okay, it was like a fictional documentary. It was like made up, and they just did
put
it
out like a satirical documentary.
1,000%. But because I guess no one paid attention, like, people that fell for it, like my mother, my sweet mother, like, they thought it was real. So people were just, like, walking around being like, man, like, I can't believe on a Tuesday we just found out that mermaids are real, and no one's, like, freaking out about it.
Right.
So because of that, people are kind of butthurt about the History Channel. I totally get it.
The funny
Whatever.
thing, if that came out now, it would be indistinguishable from like reality.
Yeah, we talk
Because
about
they hard launched that we have the aliens are real and
right.
like the different dimensions and spirituality, like the quantum leaping type shit is all real as well. Like that came out in 2020 and everyone was like, all
right, yeah,
like
all right, cool, all right, cool. Yeah, we, like, weren't even
not even phased anymore.
not even
I
phased.
wish mermaids were real.
I think they
I always
are.
thought it was cool as shit.
I'm one of those people. I'm like, there's no way they're not. Like,
True.
they may not be, like, Ariel, but I believe in all that shit, though. Like, I believe in dragons. I believe in mermaids. I believe in unicorns. Like, I'm 32 years old. I still have that inner faith of, like, weird shit. I don't care.
Interesting.
Doesn't bother me.
You learn something new every day.
Right? Who knew? There's, like, two different, like, from the research that I did, and I'm going pretty quick, guys, because, like, honestly, we're just doing, like, a synopsis. Like, there's obviously, this tradition is very, very rich. It's steeped in a lot of amazing practices and rituals, and I definitely encourage you to do your own research. Like, the Welsh people have some really amazing traditions around this time, some really amazing folklore about Samhain. So it's like we could literally spend, like, 3 hours talking about tales and stories that revolve around Samhain. It's a big holiday, so I'm just trying to, like, hit the highlights.
I mean, we're basically just giving out information that's already out there, so I get why you're moving through it.
Right. Yeah. Because I want to talk about what we do for Samhain too. So one, like, so there's, like, two different, like, versions of Samhain. Some people, they said that, like, back in the day, everyone would put out their fires, and then they would start new fires to represent the new year, and they would toss in animal sacrificed bones into the fire. And then, which is, like, cool. There is a lot of animal sacrifice around Samhain, which, like, I totally get it. Big cow sacrifices. They would even, like, dress up as, like, animals and, like, animal heads and stuff. So, it's a vibe.
Why?
I feel
what is the significance with Samhain specifically that they're sacrificing?
Because, like, I feel like you're giving, like, offerings, right? So, like, now we have the, like, we can just go to the store, get some like I've gotten a lot lazier in my practice as it goes on. I used to like make food like by hand, like prepare like this incredible dumb supper. And for Samhain I do, but for the other
Mhm.
holidays I just like I go to the store and get like a pastry or like
Right.
and offer like bread and wine. You know what I mean? So I feel like
Yeah.
back in the day they were like, well, we're just gonna like sacrifice this whole cow as an offering to our
Okay.
ancestors and the dead.
I gotcha.
Um
I thought maybe it was like something to do with the blood or something. Like I was getting way too
oh,
into it.
you get into it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was more like an offering to the
Mm.
ancestors. And then some texts apparently they would actually have like a celebration that lasted 3 days and 3 nights where everyone had to, come out and like all the fires were lit and stuff like that. So it's kind of like I don't know which one's like which, you know what I mean? And it depends on
Yeah.
like where you are. I guess like each I mean, Ireland is its own place, and so is Scotland. So they probably have like different traditions for Samhain in both.
Right.
Um, so they have that, and then I'm trying to see what I wanted. Yeah, so it became like obviously it is one of the fire festivals. The one of the cool activities where we get so like we carve pumpkins, right? Like
Mhm.
now,
Yep.
but before everyone carved turnips. Yeah.
That's cute.
They made creepy little turnip lanterns and they would light them they would keep them lit all night, in order to spook away the bad spirits. So that is why, later, Irish tradition switched to pumpkins. So
Hmm.
that's cool. And I guess when, they came over here, I'm assuming, I don't know, then that became like a big thing of like pumpkins instead of turnips.
Yeah.
So
That makes a
maybe
lot of
that's
sense.
right. Maybe that's why we carve pumpkins now. I mean, I leave out a pumpkin on Samhain.
Yeah.
We leave it lit. We don't have a real candle in there because like fire safety.
Right.
But I have like an LED candle and it stays lit all night. Just spooky. Maybe the spirits. You never know. You never know. Um,
I feel like it makes sense though because there was such a large Irish population that immigrated here. Like I
right.
know at least like the thing that comes to mind is like how much of New York City has like Irish people living there, or like a lot of the cops at first in New York were Irish, and there's a big like Irish population here as well. So I could see how it would kind of take hold. Sorry about that. But I could see how it would kind of take hold
Right.
and really just became as popular as it is.
Me too. I think that's cool. And then this part I thought was really funny. It said that in Wales, men tossed burning wood at each other in violent games.
Why?
I don't know. It doesn't say why, but I love it. I don't know why.
That's
Hot stick.
intense.
Playing a game of hot stick. I love it. I don't know.
It's like, hey guys, you want to get together and play a little game of hot stick?
Yeah, right. Yeah, but
Like
they
it's a
were playing
testament
some
of their
hot stuff.
manliness.
Right, probably. And then, of course, Dumb Supper became a tradition, which food was consumed by people celebrating and also inviting consumed by those celebrating, but only after inviting the ancestors to join in, giving the families a chance to interact with spirits until they left following dinner. Um, so I still do this to this day. I know a lot of practitioners do a dumb supper. I'm a big like one of my taglines is like don't forget to feed the spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Um I do offerings every new moon. I do like a little type of dumb supper thing, a very like short cut down version. Um just and it's important like if you are a practicing person, we all know the land that we're on. So I think it's important to like give an offering of like water or something to the land spirits where you're practicing, right? Like, come on, be cool.
Absolutely.
So I still do this to this day of doing the dumb supper. And then it looks like as Christianity gained a foothold in pagan communities, church leaders attempted to reframe Samhain as a Christian celebration. It looks like the first attempt was by Pope Boniface in the 5th century. He moved the celebration to May 13th and specified it as a day of celebrating saints and martyrs. The fire festivals of October and November, however, did not end with this. So, and then it looks like in the 9th century, Pope Gregory moved the celebration back to the time of the fire festivals, but declared it as All Saints' Day on November 1st. All Souls' Day would follow on November 2nd. So, yeah.
Huh. So I feel like Dia de los Muertos is November 2nd for some reason. I might be wrong, though.
I think so,
That
too.
seems right.
I don't know, though. We'll have to see. And
Yeah.
then it looks like Samhain merges with Halloween. It looks like October 31st became known as All Hallows Eve or Halloween and contained much of traditional pagan practices before being adopted in the 19th century America through Irish immigrants bringing their traditions across the ocean. So you fucking crushed it. Trick-or-treating is said to have derived from the ancient Irish and Scottish practices in the nights leading up to Samhain. In Ireland, mumming was the practice of putting on costumes, going door to door, and singing songs to the dead. Cakes were given as payment. Yes. And
they just distilled the hell out of that to get to trick or treat.
They did well because the trick part comes from Halloween pranks also have a tradition in Samhain, though in the ancient celebration, tricks were typically blamed on fairies. She was a fairy. And then, of course, in the 1980s, we have Wicca, and Wicca was like, I like what you got. I'm gonna bring it into my life. The will of the year. This is mine now. So, yes.
Wait, has Wicca only been around since the 80s?
Yes.
Are you shitting me?
No. I think so. I think that's why the whole, thing is. I really feel like that's why everyone's, on TikTok so grumpy about it.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
I thought it was just because of, not to sound like an asshole, but all the other problems with it.
I mean, yeah, it does have problems.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up when was Wicca founded. Just as a,
I guess with how popular it is among green witches, I just assumed it was really old timey.
Well, it looks like in the 1950s we all know that it was Gerald Gardner, but it actually looks like the 1950s. So again,
still pretty recent for
we don't know.
Religions, yeah.
Yeah,
cool,
but 1950s, that's not been around very long, right?
No.
But yeah, so that is kind of the history lesson, and I have here things that I do for Samhain, but Hayley, do you have anything that you want to share with them that you do for Samhain?
So my practices for Samhain kind of change from year to year. Some years I like to mix up some new protection jars to put around the house and re-up my, I guess, spiritual protections. One year I made some protection dust and sprinkled it in front of my front door and along the tops of my windows and things like that. Most of the time, or I guess I haven't really been practicing that long, so I can't say most of the time. But there was one year I did nothing at all. So
as actually that's the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe whenever I'm actually trying to do things, I'm going overboard and they're like, all right, this is not what we intended.
Right. I do a lot.
You're not resting.
Right. I do a lot leading up to Samhain. The day of Samhain, I do very minimal. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I might try and do that instead of just going whole hog on one day.
Yeah.
Because there was that one, the first time I celebrated, I seriously sat there and watched Halloween movies back to back and made 6 protection jars.
Goodness.
So I was just cranking it out.
Yeah.
But that was 2020.
Right.
I was different then.
A different person then. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do watch Hocus Pocus every year on the 31st though. So I guess I'll count that as a tradition.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like my favorite Halloween movie.
That's my sister's partner's like favorite Halloween movie. They go so hard for it. I love it. It's
Yeah,
so
it's
sweet.
so cute.
It's a
The
very
new
cute
one
movie.
was good too, but the OG is the best.
The OG is the best. I'm wearing a
Mhm.
Hocus Pocus bra right now. Like, it's the best.
Hocus Pocus titties.
Hocus Pocus titties.
Ooh.
So, as we know, I go a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is my Super Bowl. This is my Roman Empire. Yeah, Samhain is a big day for me. Hayley knows. So leading up to the day, I have my ritual space already set out. I have my altar space already set out. I've already collected or cooked my offerings that I'm gonna leave out. Um, we already have the jack-o'-lantern out. It's already like right. Like, I am ready. And then the day of Samhain, I go to the cemetery where my mother's ancestors are. Unfortunately, my dad's all my indigenous side is in North Carolina, so I can't make the trip. And I give them offerings that day. I change out their flowers, and I just, spend some time with her. Have like, everyone thinks I'm so weird. I know it. I veil that day something heavy. I completely cover my head. And then when I'm doing ritual work, I cover my face. It's just a me tradition. You don't have to go this hard. It's just, I'm a weird person. But I do veil that day, all day long. And I go to the cemetery veiled. I leave an offering for the gatekeeper there. I leave an offering for my ancestors. And then I will come home. And this is a no phone day for me. Hayley knows. I do not talk to anyone from the 31st. Lord. That's okay. From the 31st to the 1st of November. No phone. I don't take pictures of what I'm doing. I don't do anything like that. I will post after the day or before, but I'm spending time with me and my practice on Samhain and my ancestors. And then as the night falls, my house looks like a fucking fire hazard. I have so many fucking 7-day candles burning, y'all. It's a nightmare. I have the dumb supper prepared and set out for them. And I just like literally spend the whole day in like a silent meditation headspace. I do like a fire ritual, that I like to do. Samhain's a great day to cut a piece of your hair, put it in the fire. Just like, get crazy with it, but also like it's a chill day. It's a day to be spent with your ancestors and like the spirits, not a day to go like heavy for me. But yeah,
Is the hair an offering?
the hair is actually like not an offering to like anything. It's more of like a rebirth. So because it's like the new year for me, I like to burn a piece of my hair as like we're done with one season and we're going into like a new season, if that makes sense.
I love that. That's awesome.
It feels, I love it. It's like, I always do something different around this time with my hair. So it's very much like I gear up, I'm ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is my Super Bowl. Cause it's just a day that I feel it's the day, years ago that I did my initiation. Like it's a big, huge day for me. And I'm glad to share it with you guys and with, Hayley and anyone listening that is like, hey, like, this sounds pretty cool. Like, Samhain is awesome. Samhain is a day that, if you were looking to kind of get yourself into a more spiritual headspace, Samhain's a great place to start. Even if it's just, ancestor veneration or, meditation, whatever you feel called to do, you do it, but it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to post it. I know a lot of people feel pressure to post on Samhain. You don't, it can be yours and that makes it, special. So, yeah.
I didn't realize that. I knew you didn't do like phones on Samhain, but describing like your like quiet meditative state, I didn't realize that you went that hard with it.
Oh my God.
Like, is he allowed to be there? Like, do you talk to him or?
He's normally, Samhain normally lately it's been falling on a weekday. So I have like time where he's like at work,
Right.
and I spend that time, and like he comes home and like he knows the deal of like, we will eat dinner together, and he like we leave offerings out to not only our ancestors, but that's a big day that I leave offerings out to my deities. And like one of his deities is a Welsh deity, so it's a big day for his deity as well.
Okay.
So we give offerings to him, and we kind of like, yeah, like it's kind of just like a day we spend together, because I've already gone to the cemetery by the time he gets home. But I still keep my head covered for the majority of the day. It's just like I don't normally veil outside my home because it doesn't feel comfortable to me. But on Samhain, it feels uncomfortable not to veil, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
I have a sick ass pashmina that I wear. It's
That's
gorgeous.
awesome.
It's a gorgeous pashmina.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I stole it from my friend's wedding like 8 years ago. It was her mother's and now it's mine. You're never getting it back. No regrets.
Did you steal it off the mother?
No. So, oh my god, to end the episode, I was at my cousin's wedding, and I was in like this cute bridesmaid's dress. No, I wasn't a bridesmaid. They didn't have bridesmaid. I was in a cute dress, but it was kind of like a bridesmaid's dress. I think it was. I don't think they had. I don't know if I was a bridesmaid or not. I literally can't remember. I was. Okay. It's been a long time. It's been 8 years. My brain, and I was hardcore drugging at that time. I think I was. Yeah, I was a bridesmaid. Anyways, my dress was super cute, but it was freezing, man. It was freezing. Because they got married on Brian's birthday, so it was in October. It was the 17th. So they got married, and it was so cold at nighttime. So her mom was like so sweet, and she was like, "Oh, I got some pashminas." Like she had multiple for the girls.
Okay.
And she was like, "Would you like a pashmina?" And I was like, "Yeah, thank you so much." And I like spilled some drink on it, because like obviously it's a wedding, we're partying. So she, at the end of the night, she was like, the bride, because she was like the bride's mom, and she was like, "Hey, like, don't forget to give my mom back that pashmina." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, of course." But I had spilt drink on it, and I didn't want to give it back to her mom because it had alcohol in it, and I was like clearly not supposed to like spill anything on it. So I was like, "Oh,
right."
Okay." So I was like gonna go home and wash it. Like I did have good intentions of like I was gonna wash it and give it back to her. But then I fell in love with it, and then I moved. So it's like
Oops.
I'm like, oh no, I guess I have to keep the really silky, soft, amazing, I don't know what type of fabric blend pashmina that covers my head perfectly. No. And like,
No.
she really wanted it back. She asked about it back like 2 weeks later too. She was like, "Hey, do you still have that pashmina that my mom gave you?" And I'm like, I don't know.
No.
I don't know where it is.
I hope she doesn't listen to this podcast.
If she does, I'm stuck. I'm like, I don't know where it is. Like, I'm just a baby.
Liar.
Like, I can pay you in blocks, but I don't have any money. Like, I don't have any pashminas. I'm so sorry. What are you talking? What's a pashmina?
What do you call that thing? A pashmina?
Pashmina?
What the hell's that?
Yes. But that ends the This is the type of stuff when I'm like, I'm a bad person. Like, not now, but I'm like, I used to be a bad person because I took a pashmina from a middle.
Do you want me to share a story and make you feel less bad?
Yes, please, God, yes. What did you steal?
I was like really young. Like I was like 4 or 5. I stole this fucking plastic Chuck E. Cheese purse
Oh my
from
God.
my Sunday school class.
No.
I stole it from a church. I did. Yeah, I swear.
Stop it.
I swear.
We're gonna have the best parties in hell. Because, like, you're absolutely going and I'm absolutely going.
Somehow, I don't know how I made it. Like, obviously it was with my mom. I don't know how I made it home with it without her being like, "Where'd you get that?"
Did you know you were stealing it when you stole it? Were you, like, actively like, this is mine now?
I was like, I like this. I'm taking it.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God.
From my Sunday school class.
What a fucking rebel. My god. All right, and that's the episode. We're both fucking thieves. Thank you for joining us. Have a great Samhain. Hope you had a good time. We'll see you next week. Oh wait, where can they find us, Hayley?
You're stealing my endings. No, it's okay. So, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads at Plus Size Section, on TikTok at the Plus Size Section. You can tell us what horrible people we are at the Plus Size Section at gmail.com. You could also leave us a rating and review, but make it a 5-star rating, but still leave a review about how horrible we are.
Right.
If you know some thieves, share this with your friends.
Yes, some pashmina thieves or some Sunday school purse thieves. They'll love it.
Chuck E. Cheese purse.
Chuck E. Cheese purse pop off.
Oh
my god. All right, let's go. Bye, y'all.
Bye.